this is Valderon, and we are back to load in a game for No Man's Sky. Well, would be nice if I could find my cursor. Today is the no money challenge, and the reason is I am not loading in prior to starting the stream is that I want to make sure that anyone can see on the videos that the playtime and date and stuff like that adds together, so I do not get told that I'm cheating in any ways, because that is not a purpose I want to go into and down that route. I see no reason for cheating. It's for the fun of it and for the challenge that I'm playing it, because otherwise, if I didn't want to do it, I could have said, nope, that is not for me. But I went into the challenge and I'm going to play it, and I found it very tough last Thursday when I played, so yeah. So the reason I'm playing this on alternate days with the permadeath save is that the permadeath save is quite serious way of playing, where this is a little bit easier, staying alive at least, even though it's not easier because there is other challenges, but they hopefully won't kill me. And should I be killed here, yeah, then it's no big deal. In the permadeath game, if I get killed, then we start all over again. But my aim is to play permadeath so I can get out of the galaxy and get the achievement for that. So that's pretty much what I'm aiming for, and if it's going well, I might continue and see how far I can actually get. But this one, no money, no usage of units, no selling and buying stuff, no usage of nanites, and that is how it is. I should have a house here somewhere. So I need a microprocessor to actually get my hyperdrive, and that is a challenge. It tells me to go to the space station and buy it. However, I don't buy that. Stupid punt. But yeah, I will though go and see if I can find a microprocessor. Where would I find that? Well, if I can find some boxes somewhere which gives a little bit of that kind of stuff, I might be lucky. That is really the only way I can think of. So, yeah. See, these boxes, they will regenerate over time, but those few days is not enough. I think it takes around a week to do it, so what I will do is I jump into my ship, just check my stuff. Unfortunately, I have stuff I can't sell. Well, that is just a shame. I need more cobalt to make more of them. Okay.
Technology recharge.
I have dioxide.
Technology recharge.
So I can actually protect myself, but I don't have enough fuel for that. Okay, well, I have.
Technology recharge.
And I have uranium as well, so I'm not in overly trouble with that. So I will try flight-wise to see if I can find something. I could walk around, but that might take forever. So what I will see if I can find is some lucky buildings, or just see some boxes laying around on the ground. Sometimes you can see them, and that is one thing which can take quite a while of time, but if it does, then I'm going to apologize, but I have to play the best I can in the circumstances I have. So there is a broken machinery, so let's take a look at that. Might have something useful inside it. Thermal protection. So now I actually have 3 of them. Not bad, not bad. That is actually quite a good stat. Yeah, it is. It's a cargo drop. So let's go and have a little look at that, see if there's something. There is only that barrel, then won't help me much. Would be these. It has to be one of the green or yellow ones, so what do we have there? Floating crystals. It would be silly not to kind of pick them up. So just one problem, I don't have an advanced mining laser. So let's know. stupid, but hey-ho. That was actually one of the things I talked about yesterday. So I'm actually not too far away from my base. But that weirdly enough is there it was. Oh, that was very lucky. And you are allowed to be lucky, no doubt about that. And it seems like I've been relatively lucky on this one. I'm taking myself some not too nice jumps, but sometimes it's okay, but most of the time you should be a little bit careful. And of course, the higher level you play on, there's one more, the more risky it is to take those kind of chances. So yeah, that was a stupid chance to take. So now at least I have a hyperdrive. Don't have any fuel for it. So I need to go and learn to make antimatter. What on earth is going on? So what we have here is an observatory, which can be very useful. Very. So, I know I can't use nanites, but or units, but I'm actually just because we had some talks about how far I would get saving up everything. And that's of course one thing I have no clue about, because I have never tried playing this way before, so this doesn't even look like the building I was looking for. Okay. Two. And as I said, I'm not revealing these how I solved them, because if you want to know how it is, then let me know, then I will give you a crash course. So I don't know what he will want. So he gave me his multi-tool, and you only have one thing I don't have on mine, the gun. Everything else I got a little bit, I don't know, I would say better slots, but that's fine as it is now. So I put Force generator is the one I don't want to hold in my hand, so there we go. So I'll just put this one on, then at least I have a gun. Oh, I had a gun. Okay, that was stupid then what I just did. So let's go and see what that distress signal shows. Could be it was something useful. So distress signal can be either a ship or a downed pilot. So if it's a pilot, it might give you some minor things. If it's a ship, then if it's a good ship, I can take it. It's a holo. Which is not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing to find. That one I still can't take until I somehow get that. So it's a C class. So if I wanted to go and scrap it, which I'm not allowed to do, but if I were, these two things is enough to repair, then you can fly off to a space station. However, I'm going to leave it. Because I'm going to summon it to my base in a mo. I'm not finished with this though. I forgot to take this one. So that's a quite good thing. Need a lot of wiring loom, so that is on the waiting list for now. So I need to find our base again. Oh, I am flying like it's first time I ever been in a plane. So that's quite a bit away. So actually, there's two ways of doing this. Of course, one of them, and as I'm looking for antimatter, which is down there, it's on another planet, so we can go there and try to get that. So it's the thing is I'm kind of following through the mission line. If I remember right, this is an abandoned building, and well, it's actually nothing because it's an approximately address here. The temperature here. Minus, so probably be better off to make sure this is up. Even if I don't use of it, then it's actually not a bad thing. the rich. So and yeah, this is kind of it seems wasteful that I actually look at resources and scan them, because normally the argument would be it was for coinage, but it's also, for me, it's certain things I would need, and if I come across them. This is mocking me. There's 5 of them there. And I can't even use the money, so which is fine. I will not cry too much about that. But it is kind of typical that when you are sitting in a situation where you actually can't spend and use the money, you end up with the situation where you actually luckily get a lot of money, and that is again a little bit about the game, because it does execute such law more than it really should. Keep that aside for a moment, because I'm just going to look what else is in this building. So remember, I can't just go and buy stuff I need. I have to kind of get anything I can for free. I can still pick up money, but I can't use them. Which is sad but true. But it's kind of nice not have to actually speculate on whether you have enough money or not, because it's kind of irrelevant in this one. I don't have to speculate about it, so it's fine. I know I'm getting very full on this, but what I actually can do, that doesn't really help. I can get one slot free and fill 2 in, so nah. That's not really useful. So, back to the ship. And as I said, I actually do scan to see what there is around me. It is not only to make money. I will upgrade my scanners and everything as it was kind of a normal game, but that is as much for the fact about the better scanner distance you have, the quicker you can see things, and that also sometimes is a benefit. So it's not everything that is about money, to be honest. So I now will actually go back to my base because I need to refine certain things and then find out what else I want to do. Well, it wants me to go and use the ship and stuff like that, and I will, but I want to make sure that my bags is almost empty. So what I will do is I will still create nanites out of those, and even though I can't use them, I can still let them tick up. I mean, that's not a naughty thing to do. It will just hit and count up here. I can't use them? Fine. That I have no problem with. The thing is, I don't really want to waste it. So out of this, then I can hopefully hold this one that can stand here. It will disappear, but will not disappear entirely. So that will need to be repaired. I need more microprocessors. At one point I might be able to make them myself, but that one I can actually fix with what I have. That's not bad. So certain things I already have and can repair them, but I will be lacking things. Wiring looms. Platinum I don't have. Pugnium I don't have. So until, yeah, I could make a chromatic metal, but there's no purpose doing that for repair right now. Magnetized, pugnium, platinum, gold, I'm lacking, chromatic metal, and more wiring looms. The problem with them is I can't buy them, so it just have to kind of come naturally. Activated copper, I haven't found any of that either. So what I can do is certain things I can actually put over on this ship without any issues. So that will take some time until I actually end up with having surplus of almost everything. And the thing is, I only have one battery. So there's a lot of things I actually need to get, and yeah. Will I get it? Of course I will. The only question is when. So a little bit like yesterday, I will have to refine quite a big part in this game, because where I in a normal game maybe sometimes would take a shortcut and buy stuff, I can't really do that here. So I have to think forward and think, how can I actually do things, get things done without buying it. And I'm not sure I have decoded that part yet, so that is almost the main challenge right now. So this is fine. Want me to make that, and that can be made into that. That can be put there. Not much, but I can actually make one more. That's the good thing of having loads of resources pretty much all the time. Oh yeah, there's sentinels on this planet. They are not overly bad though. So I'm allowed to use salvage data, and I'm allowed using navigation data. I'm not sure what that actually really mean for me at this point. I can hold them. There's none of these I badly need. So for now, it's actually fine to save them up. Until we get to the anomaly, and then it's kind of just start getting everything which is mainly needed for it. So it takes quite a while. So I was actually thinking about expanding the house a little bit. And the reason for that is that instead of I'm out of carbon, okay. Instead of building multiple bases, then I can actually make this into a base where I have the farmer and everything on, and not have to build several bases. So making another room is kind of not a bad thing. The only thing it costs is a little bit of carbon, as I built in wood. So the question is it a good idea? I have no clue. I'm a little bit like you guys sitting watching me doing this and say, well, I would do this, I would do that, and that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm trying one way or another to try to get the best possible result out of it. At least I got another ship now. Will take some time before I can actually repair it, but well, it's small steps. The benefit with that ship is that for now it can be just a sort of storage, and as we move on, it might be actually better. Or I find a better ship somewhere, or that's a possibility as well. So normally I would like to have something with windows, but I don't really have anything that have windows in it. So at this point I just built a house. And to be honest, putting a roof on is one of the most difficult things I can think of building houses. So now I built a room with no door in. Very smart, right? However, you can edit and you can remove, then you can put another door there. Then we have 2 rooms, and yeah, it doesn't have any windows. I would get some at some point with windows, so it starts looking nice. But at least I have a house with some potential. And if you notice, it's actually hovering over. But that's the good thing with the building, is your floor planks tap in with each other and actually become like that. So that is
Technology recharge.
what I will call a good thing. So while this is brewing, and I will go out and collect a little bit more different things. What do I have and what do I need? I have plenty of ferrite dust, so I still need carbon. So I'll actually kill some more trees. Luckily in the game it's not as bad as in the real world. And they will actually regenerate over time. Don't fall into the trap and mine things and then build a house where they were. Because these trees would regenerate into your house if you build the house on top of where they were. I have done that in the past, and then I came back to my house and had a humongous tree in the middle of what I thought was the living room. Looked cool, but that was not the purpose I thought it should have. So that's the usual problem with sentinels. And now they are keeping an eye on me, so I'm just going to leave it for now. So, refining the goo, the viscous fluids, and the living slime, it turns into runaway mode. But and then in the end, when you refine it enough times, it becomes nanites. That is a little bit wasted for me, but it's I still do it as I would do it in any normal game, but I do know that probably I'm not the smartest doing that. I just need to finish that up, then I will put it to make some chromatic metal. Because I need that to make more antimatter. Antimatter I need to make warp fuel, so oh, sorry. I just hit my mic with my water bottle. That was not very smart, but I hope you can forgive me if you fell down the chairs. So copper becomes chromatic metal. Then I will go, there is a cave somewhere here, isn't there? Oh, am I remembering wrong? Maybe there wasn't a cave. I need some cobalt so I can make some iron batteries. It's a little bit more feasible when you try to survive. Doesn't look like there's any. I thought there was. I will say, don't fear the sentinels, respect them. As long as you don't really do anything wrong in their eyes, they leave you alone. Of course, if you come to a planet where they are aggressive, then you can hardly do anything without them attacking. So there is different things, but on most planets you can keep mining until they start investigating you, and the best thing then is just to stop what you're doing and leave it. Mountains without any caves. That's that must be the most boring planet we ever seen. Oh dear. Cobalt is on my wish list, so doesn't look like there is any. Right around us, so we will need to find that somewhere else, and that is always possible. So why did I need that? Not for that. Not for that. That needs wiring though. That's a very useful tool to have the teleport receiver, because then you can actually get things further away with your ship, from your ship. Trying to think what I should do or not do. So that one we put there. The rest is fine. The thing is, I cannot sell anything. I'm not allowed to trade, so everything which normally would be sold, I have to store up somewhere or kind of sell it. But as I'm not allowed to sell, then no, just no. So it tells me, did I put that on? No. I normally have that sitting on a shortcut. So where do we want to go? So normally we would go that way. Actually, we can towards the galactic core, because that's where you jump into the next galaxy. But sometimes you will encounter some restrictions, and that is, of course, the game who tries to actually push you in a certain direction. So It's found a fuel source, that's fine. However, I'm actually going to anyway visit the space station because that is beneficial in certain ways. And remember, I can't buy slots for my exosuit for money. So thing is, I can do them for free, which is fine, but I cannot do it for money. So that means I cannot go over here and take this one, because that would take money, and I'm not allowed to do that. I cannot trade with these guys because that cost nanites, so that is prohibited as well. The only things I can buy with is salvage technology and encrypted data, navigation data. If I wanted this, I cannot buy it. I can exchange it if there is no money involved. So it's that complicated, but it is a challenge, and I will see when it maybe drives me mad. I don't know if it will. It is on a normal save, so I can stretch things a little bit longer than I normally would be able to do. So if this guy had asked for money, I'm not allowed, but carbon, ferrite or sodium would be fine, so I can do that. But if it's something with money, I have to decline. I'm not allowed to use the trade terminal, so yeah. But what I do, and I've learned that from some of my survival games, that is actually to farm the carbon on the space stations. Especially when you are on those levels where there is a lot of sentinels everywhere. So ships is the same. I'm not allowed to pay any money for a ship. However, if I swapped a ship that was more expensive, so no money is involved, that is allowed. So, yeah. Difficult? Yes. Impossible? No. So I'm talking to these people and practicing language skills. Well, sometimes you can be lucky and get things out of it. Technology, standing, money, nanites. I can't use the monies and the money and the nanites, but if I get technology or things like microprocessors, it can be very useful. So it's kind of important to go down that route and try to get as much stuff you can, or better standing, because that is beneficial as well. And I will say my luck with this one is that I get money all the time, but that will change at some point. So there I get something to sell, that's not good. I would say that would be good in a normal game. It's worth something, and getting a little bit of this and that is not bad. This one gave me a standing. So what missions do they have? That's one thing I think is important. Don't have any because I am not high enough with the local, which is the gigs, which again is fine. And it will come up eventually, so giving me money, that is just as it is. Can't use that for anything, but it is the question how far I actually get before I am absolutely filled up without actually have made any money. Because I'm not allowed to do any sort of trade like I normally would do, so yeah. More stuff that's not beneficial, but it's okay. Yeah, I get milestones, they are not useful either, so why am I gone up with white king? I am in a gig system. It must be because I talked to that okay. So how many do I have? So I get some of these. I'm allowed to use those. So that's actually fine. And I do look at ships still, because if I find S-class, I will show where they are, and I will even cut them out to a little video and put on YouTube as well. So it's beneficial for everyone. Is this a radioactive or toxic planet? Radioactive, yeah. Toxic horror. That doesn't sound good. So can't remember. I can make the things for the exosuit slots, I believe. So it wants me to run around on a toxic world filled with horrors. Very toxic. And all I have is this to protect me. So I can make them, I can make that, make that. I have a little bit of sodium nitrate, but I think I need 20, so that might be a problem. Oh well, let's find the fuel. Worms there. It wants me to go that way. Nope. If you get too close to those burrows, you will be attacked. And they are not nice in any way. Yeah, I run because at this point I cannot really deal with them. And the problem is if I start fighting with them, then there will be biological horrors as well. And it will just turn from bad into worse. That's where I need to go. So, yeah, I don't really want to harm myself more than necessary. So I do take knowledge stones because the more you know of a language, the better it actually is. It gives you some benefits that you actually understand what they're telling you. It's not guesswork. I got a warp cell. Whoa. One. Oh.
Units received. Units received.
Yeah. I think I will... Hello. Did I scan you? No, I didn't.
Units received.
Largest carnivore, okay.
Units received.
Doesn't really matter in this. It was one of the things in
Toxic protection falling.
in the expedition where I had to find things like that. Yeah, I think there's something.
Technology recharge.
There's big worms as well. They annoy me. I have never been able to even scan them or kill them. And God knows I have tried.
Falling.
It's not like I have that's an unknown grave. That can be beneficial because that drops a memory fragment. And it also gives me a glyph. Not that I need that at this point, but this planet is not very nice. I think we can determine that. So this is someone's grave, and that's of course tragic that it is like that, but I extract the glyph. That can be useful at some point, but the memory fragment is something I can use. No matter how bad it is, it's something I can use. And I will actually kind of show why. Chuck these over on the ship. Because when I consume it, it comes up with a pulse splitter module. Okay, that's on my exosuit. I don't have a pulse splitter. And whether I get it or not, I have no clue, because I have to get it for free. I cannot buy it for nanites in the anomaly. But I leave it there for now. Otherwise, if I should need wiring loom, I can dismantle it for cobalt and wiring loom. And actually, I'm going to do that because I kind of need a lot of wiring looms. The cobalt, I actually need to make some of these. There we go. So I have some protection when I move around. So yeah, it was actually beneficial, even though it shouldn't have been. So I am going to farm some tritium now I'm here. So, asteroids provide 4 things. And actually, yeah. Well, 4 important things. Tritium, which is fuel, and you need loads of it through the game. Silver, gold, and platinum. Not in very big amounts, but they will drop some here and there. Occasionally you will get a device would give you something popping up in space. And it's one of those things you don't always know what is useful and what is not. So these I actually just make into the gold because that is useful. I don't know how much I need for the little things I was going to look at. That's the planet I just been at. So, what's that planet? It's an unknown planet. Anything? It's actually a paradise planet, so. Paradise planets are the best planets to put bases on, and probably should have waited by making my base, but now I have done it. I'm going to stick with it. I need to land somewhere where there's land, not sea. I will say it's not all paradise planets which is paradise in everyone's vocabulary, so just bear that in mind. What you think of paradise might be what someone else doesn't. Some animals, slightly weird animals. So those. The reason I actually landed here was that that was what I think is copper. But see, even though it's a paradise planet, there are still sentinels and they are not overly nice. So and that's something which has changed in the later updates, because when I started playing, a paradise planet didn't have sentinels unless there was manufacturing plants or depots. Otherwise, no. So that has changed. Now you can find sentinels pretty much everywhere, but some places they are quite peaceful until you do something they don't like, and of course they will sometimes find things. So a quick scan around thing. Useful at this point. Can't get an attack on him. And the question is, do I need to scan all animals? No. Of course not. Sometimes it's just curiosity. Nothing else. Okay. So this planet might be a good one to find a drop pod or more. You are not restricted to only have one on each. Very far away, but well. So it's very far away. In those kind of situations, I always go out, to space and then use the pulse engine back down. So now I start getting into the main mission. So I decided to do a drop pod, and I'm going to do that first. That is going to be the only way I can get slots to my exosuit apart from doing missions. So, and that's absolutely fine. I don't mind. It has to be a little bit tricky going down that that direction. Always remember to fill that up before you leave the ship. I'm still doing these even though I don't get the nanites out of them, but still. There's metal fingers up there. I want them. They are always useful. So I think I have a little bit of a problem, but let's see. That one I can make. That one I had, and that one I can make. So I didn't have a problem as I thought I had, so, well, I have another problem, space. That one I can make, and that one I can make, so. So as this is the first one, I'm actually going to take that up in the technology department first, because it's very important I actually have space for that. Okay, let's go and farm these. It's normally uranium and gold, so and I did need some gold, so that's actually a good thing. Uranium is very good because it can be used for fuel for your launch thruster. Again, useful. So everything which is useful, pick it up. It would be silly not to be honest. nice view, but it's not really the paradise planet. Well, a paradise planet as I see it, but the good thing in this concept is I can actually pick up anything I want, and I can manipulate it without being too... oh shit. Without it being too bad. The problem on the permadeath game was is that the stack size is very limited. So that actually means that that it's harder to start hoarding anything. Here, for now at least, I can kind of hoard up and make sure I get at least certain things that I want to do. It's actually useful here as well. Yeah. So, yeah. I have something up in the sky. So we'll need to investigate that. See what that is. It's the toxic horror. And I have no idea what this actually covers.
Technology recharge.
Doesn't register any damage when you shoot at it, so. And that is those weird things you find out sometimes in space, and you're sitting there thinking, what is this? What can I use this for? And so on. Yeah. Another approximate. That's one thing you learn to come to absolutely hate if you play this game. Approximately position is sometimes a little bit of a joke. Can't remember what I'm looking for here, so land around here. This is a planet with, it's toxic, and there are mobs on it. Worms. 771 that way. I think so. 771 that way. Don't hit things. If I go down and land around down there. That's another problem with planets like this. The vegetation is quite tall. So at least that's closer. There's worm thingies again.
Toxic protection falling.
What way? I have to go that way. I'm not going towards that. No. Jesus. I'll go over there. Shield module. Or exosuit. For some more health. That is not a bad thing. Do I have to? No, I don't. Cool. So, yeah, I walked around this, but try to avoid the worms. Good. Okay, I'm still alive, so I'm not overly complaining.
Toxic protection falling.
Up, oh, there's actually another ship, which is a shuttle.
Technology prepared.
That is also something relatively new. In the old days, you didn't have to repair these things, but I actually like that little bit. So,
Inventory full.
oh yeah. Can I? Yes, I can. Good.
Technology recharge.
Because then I can, at least for now, put some stuff over these, for instance, until I can do something about them. No, not multi-tool. These I put on the starship as well. Can't sell them, but at least I can use them for something. This is an A class. That one is fixed, so that is a very quick fix to get it off here. I actually claim it because it's free. That said, I'm not allowed to scrap it for money, but
Shield down.
it is actually I need carbon, contents carbon. Even I don't have at hand, apparently. So where would I get that? Well, some plants would hold it if I'm lucky. Unfortunately, I don't know if I am. Carbon and oxygen.
Toxic protection falling.
So So I don't understand why you can't actually scan it. I think that would be cool if you could.
Shield down.
So pulse is damage. That's I don't have a it's not an only problem right now. I'm going to see what this is over here. I have a feeling it's a observatory. Then I might actually find another ship. Is it something I want to? I don't know. I don't think I'm going to find anything with carbon, condensed carbon here, but sometimes you do find stuff. Though I would say this planet is way too black and white for me. It is an observatory.
Toxic protection falling.
So was that actually enough? Is a question. Okay, this was an abandoned building, of course. I did not entirely see that coming, but I find it a little bit funny. You get milestones, and I'm halfway with the language milestones for 30 words out of 2400 or something like that, at least. So the first number should be 2. It should be 2121. Okay. Actually means I might be able to start doing missions, so... Oh, more content. So actually, as I said, I didn't expect to find it, but I still did. That is actually not a bad thing. Being lucky is apparently my task with this save. That's one of the things I can't really complain about. So can I still see where the crashed ship was? It was quite close by. I believe it was that way. So if you're thinking, what happens if you can't find it? It's okay. As I have claimed the ship, I won't lose it. The only thing is, the only place I can actually 100% sure get it is on a freighter. So apart from that, slow down. There we are. So, as said, the only place I guaranteed can get it up is on a freighter, but it will take a little bit of time before I can actually get that. So I'm going to just repair it so I can call it to my base. What? Just repaired it. There's other things which is broken, but that is absolutely fine. I have no problem with that. So I don't mind having a whole range of ships that needs repair. It sometimes can take a hell of a time before you actually get them repaired, but that is kind of okay. You kind of don't have to do it like that. So do I want to go there? Well, so that is not a bad thing to get the anomaly in normally. But as this is a no money, no nanites, no, then it's a little bit limited what I can do here. However, I can buy for salvage technology, and that of course I will use. And I will use the anomaly in other ways without shopping. So it's not a shopping mall. But I could of course go and get a lot of Twitch rewards. No, I won't. As I said yesterday, that is not really necessary. I can do that in normal saves, that wouldn't matter that much. So I have to pretend that I'm that I have not seen this before, so yeah. It is well, the anomaly is kind of, well, it's a player hop more than anything else. And it is where you can do a lot of shopping in the beginning, and so all in here is can be bought with nanites. I'm not allowed. Exosuit upgrade for money, not allowed. So there is a weapon terminal. I'm not allowed to buy it, but if I could exchange it for free, I was allowed. Everything is for nanites except the building parts, which is for salvage. So that I'm actually allowed to use. However, at the moment I'm not going to use any because I know eventually I get a lot of things for free. So until I know what I get, I will actually not spend down here. There is 3 people. There's this guy, he's kind of a food critic. So if you bring him food stuff you have made or have gotten, thank you, Frosty. I would say that this is a brand new save, so where I'm playing a little bit of a challenge. I got one of my viewers playing without spending money or nanites or quicksilver, and I will of course honorate that and play to that, but it is a little bit difficult. So I'm not allowed to trade with anyone for any of those things. I can give them data and I will get the nanites, but I can't use the nanites, so I'm actually not even going to do it. But I'm showing this for anyone who doesn't know what these people do. Well, it's let's say challenging. But you are right about the Nexus is a little bit of a labyrinth, especially when you come as brand new player. It's a little bit tricky to find your way around, which reminds me I need to do something. This guy, if you talk to him, he will ask you about the date, this day's thing, and today is planets. You give him data about planets, whatever you have discovered, and he will give you nanites for that. And if you have been really exploring, then you can get a lot of nanites. Yeah, the problem is when you need things you normally have to buy. That is where it gets really tricky. To make the hyperdrive, I needed microprocessors, which I can't make, and I couldn't buy them, so I had to run around and scavenge boxes around until I found enough. So it is kind of possible, but it is one of these, yeah. So one of the new thing which has been introduced is a machine to scrap multi-tools. So I can claim the scrap, but I cannot sell it. So the question is, why would I do that? Well, I would do that to get if there was any upgrade modules on, because I can use them. So I'm going to do it, It was the one I got for free anyway. And see, I got a mining beam module. And then you might ask, is that useful? Well, yes and no. But the thing is, if I put that on, it's only a C class. But when I get something which is better, then I can dismantle this and I get condensed carbon and a wiring loom. So that way I can gain some of the things that I need. I know I now have some stuff that will go to my starship, and I will get rid of it at some point. It's wasted, but the modules I can really use, because that helped me out in many ways. And the same, I can scrap the ships, but I cannot sell the things you normally sell to gain money out of the scrapping. That I'm not allowed to do. And then you might ask, then why do it? But as I said, the modules I can use. No, it's recycling. It's really recycling more than anything. So maybe I should put into the title that it's absolutely green. But the thing is, we very often get very complacent and think, well, we can't do this, we can't do that. But actually, the game has a lot of funny things that actually give you some leverage, and you can get around these things. I need a space station because I have two things to do. So I'm trying to use all my how can you say it, experience to try to get out of these kind of things. So there's two pirate ships. Can I deal with them? I don't know, but I don't want to. So yeah, recycling is very important. That's one thing. I need to do a check here because I think I can actually start missions now. So hopefully easy ones, but the thing is that the quicker I can get things up, the better it is. So these two can actually be done. That one I will wait with, and I'm not going to try to find a marsh world because I haven't seen one around. So do I have any of those? I have 4. So that's the other thing I'm allowed to trade with. navigation thingies, and I want 3 of them, because then I can make things easier for myself, hopefully. Oh, that was wrong. However, I will still be nice and look at the ships, and if I find S-class, I will put the coordinates, because I'm in Euclid, then it is a little bit easier to get to. I mean, someone asked me why I never found any S-class haulers. No, it's not. I run permadead on Monday and Wednesday, so I did yesterday. I died on the first one, which I was stupid, and then on the other one I survived until closing time, so I will continue that tomorrow. But this is normal. I would not dare combine no money and permadead. That would be very, very difficult. Good evening, Lazarus. How are you? Thank you for following. I'm up for many types of challenges, but I must admit the permadead one was one I've been kind of thinking about for a very long time. And to be honest, I don't know if I'm good enough to do it, but on the other hand, I felt the same with survival, and I actually managed to get the achievement for that. So, I mean, it's worth trying, and if not anything else, it hopefully will be good entertainment for the viewers. I'm happy to do that. I mean, that was when I died yesterday. So some people were actually sitting screaming at me that I should run. That was quite funny. Well, you're very welcome, and if you pop around when I'm doing these things, hopefully there will be some good tips and tricks as we go as well. I'm always happy to share a little bit about everything. What stupid woman is that, Lazarus? I hope it's not your wife you're talking about. Yeah, I play Starfield on Sundays just to try to keep that going as well, and we sometimes overlap a little bit and talk about that also, because it's kind of interesting to see where that is going, and whether we will be bored after a while, because I feel it lacks certain things that No Man's Sky have. So, but that is yeah, that hey, you play No Man's Sky, don't you have a platoon of fighters to help you out? Then you would be used to they go in, get in the way. So I found a couple of ships today, and I'm actually fine with just keep them around and repair them as I get the materials, because well, as long as it's not in the cellar. You're very welcome, and be nice to the dogs. I'm a dog owner myself, so I have been out with ours. She has been running around on the fields. She likes that. Cheers, take care. So as I said, I will still make this into nanites, even though I can't use them. But I'm a little bit curious how much I actually save up through the game. And sometimes it's a little bit tricky what comes out of it. Oh, it wanted me to check my base computer. That is not really useful. I have to take everything which is free I can get my hands on. That's everything I can build is a benefit. I know there's certain things I will not be able to build, but whatever is good. Storage container. That is not bad. I can use that. that is.
Protection falling.
It's good to have something to actually. I didn't need to build that. Magnetized. Okay. Good thing is I can make that, so these just go there for now. Actually, I take the quick way and do that first. That's actually not a bad thing. Was that then enough? That we'll have to find out. In the meantime, I'll make more ferrite dust. That was enough. So, that can stand in that corner. That would be absolutely fine. I have a tendency to put them on top of the house, but so it needs power. Have a lot of power on this base yet. However, so this is really practical because when I get a freighter, they are connected to each other. So whatever I don't need here now, I can actually put in. Which is pretty much nothing. So certain things is actually fine. I'm going to take the starship as well. I'm going to take everything that I am not in the dire need of right now, and everything which I normally would sell, I just put in there for now. Then I have it if I need it. And I know where I can pick it up. So that's at least a start. That is actually very good. Want to make sure that I can keep it relatively clean. Cover there. These a little bit more weird things goes over in the side for now. So least I have some of it stored. So, oh, that's the wrong one. So, what does it take to make another battery? Magnetized ferrite and condensed carbon. So, I could actually make, because this deplete very quickly now that I have put most stuff on. When it was only the teleporter, it was actually fine, but so I'm actually running out of carbon as well. Again, that is my little guilty thing with this. I do tend to run out and miss stuff.